Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the audio of this last little bit. I'm gonna respond to, and then I'm gonna respond to it, and just
Okay, so riddle me this: who intelligently designed the intelligent designer?
Congratulations, RapidApe! Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to RapidApe. He has successfully commit an atheistic fallacy. Using his naturalistic point of view, he has applied the rules of the physical world to a world that is not bound by physical rules.
And before you tell me that the designer is exempt from the rules, you gotta tell me.
Alright, let's talk about this load. Basically what you're saying is because God's outside of nature, we can't he's eternal, okay? And I kind of touched a little bit on this on that video you never approved of mine. Anyone out there want to watch it, I suggest you do so. Not so much that I believe that, but I just use the same kind of logic that you use to prove the existence of the eternal God. I didn't quite come to that same conclusion using the same logic. But let me talk about this a little more in depth. Okay, let's say, okay, this world was created. Of course, I don't necessarily think it was. I mean, there was a Big Bang, but there's only evidence that there was a Big Bang. We don't really know what happened with the singularity. As far as we know, we don't know for sure. It could have been existent eternally, and something caused it to expand finally. So the universe could very easily be eternal itself. And let me go ahead and go a little bit more into the whole thing you were talking about. You know, if it was an infinite amount of time, then how could we be here right now? Well, because you can measure 2 points in infinite time, buddy. Okay, you can even if you're looking at an infinitely or eternal line, depending on what you want to try. Let's say eternal line, you can measure between 2 points on that line. So yes, we could exist eternally and still exist right now. It would be impossible to trace any point. It'd be impossible to trace the beginning or the end of anything because there wasn't any, but you could trace back to this time and measure it. But let's get a little bit into this. Let's say this universe did get created by something. What evidence do you have that it was this all-powerful creator of yours? As I alluded to in my last video, basically we don't know. If everything had to have a cause, unless it's eternal, then something eternal has to exist, but that mechanism that exists eternally does not necessarily have to be this all-powerful creator, which actually doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Whatever this mechanism for creating this universe was that was eternal, very likely is simple. Far more simple than your God, far more simple than this universe, very likely. And it's probably created far more universes, and we haven't quite gotten to the point where we can talk or see those other universes, but I suspect one day we will, or at least be able to catch a glimpse of them. I mean, we have theoretical understanding. It would take more power than we can generate at this point, but we have the theoretical understanding to create other universes, and they would exist in this universe for a split second before it basically got its own space-time, if you want to call it space-time. So I don't understand how you try to do this. Plus, okay, let's say God did create it. What proof do you have of it being your God? I mean, proof of a creator is just as much proof of a snarf widget as the Rational Response Squad puts it, as it is for the Christian Yahweh, who is a bloodthirsty, well, I'll just say he's bloodthirsty. Anyway, yeah, so I don't understand how you can come to the conclusion that it not only had to be a God that created it, that a God had to be the thing that was eternal, but that it was specifically your God. And I haven't got a chance to watch that one video you've got that tries to prove that the God exists. I'm going to watch that. I'm probably going to post a response to that. I'm going to do my best not to accidentally let any bad words out. I know I let some out on that last one. Like I said, I hope you still approve that, because I want to debate you if you'll actually let me, and you seem to let RapidApe, but you haven't seemed to let me so far. So I'm going to try to be pleasant if I can. I mean, sorry, but you might say something that I just can't be pleasant with. So far you haven't quite gotten that far yet, at least on your videos. Now, I did see a post, and I'm going to post something on about that on my own site. I'm not going to post a response to you because it was just a text I saw you put on somebody else's video. But answer me that. I mean, what do you have? I mean, what proof do you have that it wasn't a simple mechanism that created this universe that existed eternally? Why does it have to be this all-powerful God? Anyway, that's basically it.